Born in Welland, Bill Welychka now lives in Kingston, where he is co-host of CKWS TV's morning show. But he spent much of his career, 1992 to 2005, as a matter of fact, as a host and VJ at MuchMusic. His new memoir, A Happy Has-Been, sheds light on those years. Bill, gotta ask you, what's with the title?
Everyone asks. Good to see you. Thanks for letting me talk about myself. This is fun, and especially down in Niagara region. I was born in Welland, so yeah, this is a treat for me. I know it's a little self-deprecating, the has-been part, but there are people that since I was at Much and Much More, I moved to smaller markets. I did that on purpose, and they might not know who I am, or they might have heard the name and might think, oh, that guy, yeah, I remember him. Whatever happened to him? Is he dead? Did he fall off the face of the earth? Where's that guy? So to some, yeah, I am a has-been. And there are a lot of people who have followed my career since then. I've never left television. I've just moved to a few smaller markets and currently in Kingston. But the happy part of the title also implies, and this is true, that I'm the happiest that I've ever been in my entire career,
And that's
which
what
is
it's all
fan.
about. You have to
Yep.
make yourself happy, and if working in the small market makes you happy, why not? You know, speaking of that, your move from the edit suite into a host position, that rarely happens in television.
I think that's indicative of what much music and chum television back in the day sort of encouraged. We have camera people who became on-air people and reporters. We had assignment editor people. Um, and the cool thing about me is I sort of fell into the on-air stuff. Yeah, I was a producer and an editor. What I still love about my entire career, and I still do this, is that I still edit and I still produce. And I love that. The on-air stuff I consider fun. Um, but yeah, to me, the true talent, I guess, I'm not that I'm talented, but the true art to me is editing and producing, especially hour specials. And that's what I did all those years ago. It's what I still do. And the best part was, okay, go to Switzerland as an example, interview Shania Twain, come back with those tapes, produce and edit an hour special, see the post production all the way through, and even in some cases, hand the master to master control to air. Yeah, that's unheard of, I think, in any station really. But I wanted to do it, and they let me do it. And again, I love editing.
Do you think that's part of what made your persona the way it was? I always found watching Much Music and Much More Music that you were the guy that, you know, you seemed like just the guy I might be hanging around with at a bar. You didn't seem, you know, so, you seemed approachable, I guess is what I'm talking about.
That's a huge compliment. Yeah, you could see me at a bar too, a lot in those days. Absolutely. But yeah, I think what's important to me is I've worked with enough egos over the years that I learned very early on. I do not want to be that guy that is a jerk or an ass. I'm not anyway, but I think I was never the cute one. I was never the political one. I was never the wacky one on much. What I was my personality. I think what people saw was just this guy who loved music, who loved all kinds of music, who loved doing interviews. And if I did have a persona, I think it was that. It might not have been exciting as the wacky one or whatever, but thanks for noticing. That means a lot to me. That I was. I've heard someone say to me, "You were always our friend." It's like, man, that's the greatest compliment in the world.
It is
So thank you. Thank you.
a great compliment. I've got to ask you about one story in the book because it just blew my mind. Gillian Anderson, you walked off a dance floor with
Yeah,
Gillian Anderson,
I'm
and
an idiot. Yeah,
yeah, you're an idiot.
big idiot. I had a big crush on Gillian Anderson, and I would talk about the X Files on the air. And I ended up getting an invite to a season four rap party. I think it was season four in Vancouver. And as soon as I found out, I booked a flight. I headed to Vancouver. I told my boss, I'm taking a few days off. See ya. And ended up getting, meeting her. And we had a long talk. It's very short. I remember listening. It was a bar, loud music. I remember sort of crouching down to hear what she was saying. And all I could see were her perfect, perfect manicured toes. They were just so gorgeous. And so we were talking, and then she asked me, "Oh, do you want to go dance?" And I went, "I'm not going to say no. I'm not a good dancer, man. I'm not a good dancer." So anyway, halfway through the dance, I excused myself. I think I said I went to the bathroom or something. Then I didn't come back. And someone came up to me and said she just broke up with her husband. What are you, an idiot? I said, yeah, I think I am. I didn't know I'd be meeting her. I didn't know I'd be dancing with her. I just wanted a picture. So anyway, yeah.
Great
She's
story. Great
one of the
story.
ones that got away, I think. So Jillian, if you're watching this or if you read the book, I'm sorry. Can
The
I have another chance? No, I am engaged now. So sorry, Jillian, your loss.
The book is full of great stories like that, and I know that proceeds from the book are going to the White Ribbon campaign. Why that cause?
It was something that was introduced to me a long time ago. I used to MC the concerts in Toronto, the White Ribbon concerts. Basically, it's an organization of men getting together to end men's violence against women, to promise to never condone, to never and to not condone any kind of violence whatsoever against women. And it's now in like 70 countries. It started in Toronto back in the early 90s. And basically, they get into schools, sometimes universities, sometimes grade schools, to talk with males. And little Jimmy might be growing up seeing daddy slap mommy. That's what he knows. He thinks that's normal. No, these guys get into schools and, it's a new look at empowerment. It's a new look at masculinity. And I just love what they do. And yeah, some of the proceeds are also going to go to women's shelters across Canada. But it's in the book, really, why it speaks volumes to me, this particular charity. I had a book signing here in Kingston recently, and it was free admission. I just asked people to donate to the Interval House. It's a women's shelter here in Kingston. We raised $400 in a couple hours. And yeah, so anything I can do to further that cause and that message, I'm all for it.
It is such a great cause, Bill. And Bill Welychka will be back in his old stomping grounds, the city of Welland at the Seaway Mall, November 3rd from 3 to 7 at the Coles outlet there. Bill, we can't wait to see you in Welland. Thanks for joining us today.
Thank you for this opportunity. I do appreciate it. Cheers, man. Thank you.